Okay. There's been some changes to the schedule because of the crazy weather that's been happening in the Midwest and a lot of flight delays. So Katamari Damacy is now after Yoshi's Island, and Bioshock Infinite is right before Deus Ex, in those you wondering. And Castlevania Block is not until Wednesday because both runners can't make it until sometime Tuesday afternoon. And Battletoads and Double Dragon has been cut because we're running a little late on the schedule. So sorry about that, but it's just been crazy weather that we're having. All right, and now for ActRaiser 2.
Okay, so while everybody is getting set up for this next game, I'd like to read through some of our prize winners from the previous couple of blocks. The Scrooge McDuck Perler was won by Hodor Samari Johansson. The Darkwing Duck Perler was won by Ilya Veselov. The Kokoron Repro Kart was won by Carter Brooksby. The Goemon and Ebusimaru Perlers were won by Lucas Vizeri. The Legend of the Mystical Ninja Anime was won by Alex Wall. The Yumi Penguin English Kart was won by Lauremi Peterson. And the Yumi Penguin Perler was won by John Hasselgein. So well done to all of you. We have a few more that have just been drawn here. The UFO Kirby Meta Knight Perlers were won by Freezer. The Balrog Plushie was won by Wazzledust. The Cave Story Perler and Backdrop were won by Kratob. The Taskbot was won by Hayatha Alexandra. The Banjo Poster was won by Ilke. The t-shirt was won by Diane of the Moon. The first character t-shirt was won by Dyade. The Kid Perler was won by Anonymous. And the Tomb Raider figure was won by Soapy Washcloth. So our congratulations to all of them.
I completed one screen in the entire game. And that's because I can get on that screen. Hey, PJ. Is Donkey Kong 64 about? Check. If it's not, we'll whittle that down.
DK64 has not been met.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do that.
We've got a $50 donation from Spamatica. Thanks for being awesome. Greetings from Sweden. Thank you very much.
That's usually how it is.
Okay.
You're good on volume?
Yeah.
Do I? No, I'm fine.
You're good on volume?
Yeah. I don't know if I use audio cues. we're gonna find out.
It'll be an adventure.
No, it's fine. It's fine. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So first, I want to thank everybody who donated to get this game added in. Hopefully, I don't disappoint you. If I do, it's too late to take back your donation. So, I'm sorry.
We gotcha.
Also, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Mondrunner, who taught me how to play this game like almost 4 years ago, and we've been playing it like and improving the routes consistently for 4 years. But he's a pretty awesome guy.
In spite of that?
Yeah.
I remember what this run looked like 2 years ago. It looks very different now.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of movement options for this game, really. I mean, you can see he's walking here and there, but really the fastest way to travel is by gliding, which he's doing a lot of the time. And really what makes this game so great is you have a lot of attack options as well. So, for example, you've got magic here. That's how he's going to kill the first boss.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff to know in that fight. Basically, there's seven different spells. One of the 2 greatest ones is the magic bomb you just used, which deals 1.5. You can see in the little bubbles there of health at the top. It deals 1.5 bubbles, basically 3 damage, but 1.5 bubbles of health per hit, and it can hit up to 3 times if you position it.
Worse than the final boss, too.
Yeah, the mud is the most damaging thing in the game. It does 16 damage.
Mud don't mess around.
Okay, you shouldn't move forward like this. But it works.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is an extremely damaging game. I have 20 health, 10 balls of health, 20 health. That's how I'm going to refer to health. 1 health is 1, or 2 health is 1 full ball. Every single boss does 8 damage to you with everything that they do. So just touching a boss does 8 damage. And the fastest way to damage enemies is a sword plant, like you saw against the plant. If they're on the ground, you want to sword plant them, because it does 2 damage per hit. But you have to be right on top of their sprite to do that, so it's a very dangerous game to attack in. But that's how it works.
May luck be with you.
May luck be with me. This is
Fish punch not be with you.
this is the hardest stage in the game, which is great because it's right at the beginning. We'll see how this goes. This stage is
Pretty high on his tally list of number of times that he's played.
yeah. This has ended 600 attempts. So if you thought that bats in your video game were bad, these bats take 3 hits and fire projectiles.
Fish punch!
Don't summon that.
I think I shorted it.
Oh, you're
Oh,
good.
nice.
Nice.
Success.
That's a 2-frame jump you just did.
Nice, I didn't fall. All right, we're through it. We can breathe. We can breathe. So I'm going to be using a trick on this boss coming up here. Bosses aren't vulnerable until their theme plays, because, I mean, who wants to fight without their music playing? But if you attack them while the screen's scrolling, you can damage them. So there's 6 damage, and now I can hit him normally. And I use that on 3 bosses, I think. Both Snakes and Mustache King.
Spoilers.
My health is really, really, really bad, and I probably shouldn't do this. I should probably like kill myself and get a refill. But I'm not.
Manly
gonna.
strats. The one time you see that magic.
A lot of the magic is not going to this.
Yeah, I use only 3 spells out of the 7.
Since we've had such a big change up on the couch, when you get a sec, can we get a roll call, please?
Nice.
Oh, nice. Very wicked.
That's a relief. So if I got hit, I would have died, and then I would have had no magic, and I would have lost like a minute and a half. That's how this game works. If you get hit, you pay the price.
And if you die again,
If I die again, it's game over and I have to play the whole stage again.
And even if he went in with like best case scenario health, he one-rounded that boss. The boss was just about to stick his head back into his
Yeah.
shell, and he would have had to wait for a little bit for it to stick it back out.
Yeah, it would have been another 9 seconds before he's vulnerable again.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very stressful boss.
It's a key 1 cycle.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, roll call. We can start over here.
Omnigamer?
Breakdown.
PJ,
Blecky,
Studio?
are we doing? How does roll call work? Is it
Just the couch.
just couch? So the plot of this game we didn't really mention, but Tanzra, also known as the Devil, has been resurrected by 7 of his best friends, who are conveniently the 7 deadly sins. So we're going to go through and fix that.
So that was Sloth, we just killed as much as
Right. So there's 6 pairs of levels. 6 levels are available at the beginning of the game, and then each time you beat one of those, they unlock another level. Hold on, I'm going to fly right into this eagle real quick. Nice.
nice, very
Good
nice.
stuff.
So each pair of levels represents one of the 7 deadly sins. So the first pair was Sloth. Come on, eagle. Come on, eagle.
Eagle.
Attaboy. Come on. Yes, here it is. Oh, perfect. Missed everything. Buckle up. Great.
Practicing.
This eagle, if you haven't guessed, is a large source of RNG, and you don't want to miss hits on him because, hey, at least he felt bad and he's swooping a whole bunch. Wow. So yeah, you don't want to use fireballs because each one costs like 3 seconds or something. So the timer there is 75 when I ended, and ideally it'll be 84. And each take is about 3 seconds.
Yeah. ActRaiser seconds are not seconds.
No. Impossible mode seconds are not seconds either. So this is usually where I get accused of using Game Shark, because people are like, hold on, no, those are spikes. You can't go through those like that. But one of the things that makes this game possible to play is that the sword plant and the dive attack grant you complete invincibility to everything until you hit the ground. And then you get yours when you hit the ground. So I can go like right through spikes. I can do whatever I want as long as I don't land in the spikes. So like, it doesn't really matter. And the reason that that's useful for combat is because of the way that invincibility works in this game. So after you hit an enemy, they lose their hitbox and their hurtbox for several frames. And the frame window is different for each enemy. But it's usually 19 frames for like these things. I will resume this discussion after.
An important boss fight. Dance. Everybody do the master. Hot new dance craze.
See if we can get the Terminator. Oh, I didn't get it. I got the half kind of Terminator. He's in the lava, but he doesn't care because he has a statue. The main character is, I didn't go over this. You are the master, controlling a stone statue. So that's pretty cool. That little sparkle is the master. So yeah, you take control of the statue in all these stages. But anyways, about this combat. Oh, Demon's Cave's next. All right, I'm gonna postpone this again. I'm sorry, I'll talk about it at some point. Demon's Cave is my favorite stage. This is a ridiculous level. It's incredibly technical.
And he just talked about basically how the sword plant gives you invulnerability while you're in it. Watch for that, particularly while he's going through these spiders, because he has to time the sword plants and when he lands very precisely compared to when he hits the spiders, and he has to jumps immediately after. It's all very precise getting through here. And on top of that, I believe a lot of these enemies are cycled when you enter the screen. So if you're slow, all right, look there, that was a great spider.
That's how it works. That was a perfect screen. So even like falling through those bugs, hold on. I just wanted to show you that spikes kill you. When you're falling through bugs, the invincibility works the same way.
Nice.
So it's Mega Man spikes.
Yes.
And as far as I was talking before about like timing on each room, those spiders, I believe, are kind of walking around once you enter the room. So if you're slow at all, they'll be in a slightly different position from what you're used to, and so it's harder to time.
Yeah, like this guy, I delay a bit so that he stands still, and it lets me get through like that. If he walks forward, it's very difficult to time the sword plants. So I got through all 4 of those without getting hit, which is good. In fact, I haven't been hit yet, I don't think, except for those spikes.
Spiders do 8 damage, correct?
They do 7, actually.
7.
They do 1 less. There's no love for spiders. All right, that was a really good stage. It's not over yet, though. Nice.
Good fight.
So, aside from that death, that was a perfect stage. Aside from the death, we can just do that, right, in speedruns?
Yeah.
We can just get rid of those.
Nobody saw that.
So yeah, the way that works, again, after you hit an enemy, spiders only have 16 frames of invincibility. So I want to make sure that I hit them as close to landing as possible, so that once I touch the ground and I'm vulnerable, they can't hit me because their hurt box is gone. So I kind of chain the sword plants like that, and I want to just kind of thrive in that 16 frame window. If you get hit, you lose your rhythm and you take a ton of damage and usually die. So it's not a good thing. So that was fun. Those first 4 stages are what I like to call the introduction to ActRaiser 2, because now it gets serious. There's a mini boss in this game that I don't think anybody's beaten. He's so stupid. He's in the next 3 stages.
Because this is the real difficulty. He's got max possible health.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure does.
The developers are fond of him.
Yeah, there's 4 of him in this game. It's nice. The quick kill on this one is the hardest boss strat in the game. So, here's hoping. Scuba diver?
There's actually 3 ways through this level. That way is obviously the fastest way. And then there's 2 really crazy hard ways to get through.
They're stupidly hard.
One of the most absurd jumps in any video game I've
Yeah,
ever
right
seen.
down there.
And you have to know about the secret waterway that you
Here we
can
go.
go through it.
Yeah.
So for new players, enjoy. Good luck.
Nice.
Still really good.
So, hitting him with the Phoenix is so precise that I can't even find the window for it. Like, I can't do it in frame advance. I can only do it in real time. So I have no idea how precise that is, but it's hard as heck.
Verify.
And you can kill him with 2 sword plants after that, but it's dependent on when you hit him with the first one, and I hit him too high, so that's the next fastest that I could do.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
That boss is super obnoxious if he gets away.
Yeah. So now that we're into the real heart of the run, bosses don't care about your feelings. And if I miss a quick kill, I lose like 20 seconds to a minute. Like if I miss a quick kill on him, he flies around in a semicircle around you, and like you can't close the gap at all. And if he gets to the edge of the screen, he creates a shield. So not only can you not close the gap, but you can't even damage him. So it's a real pain. But if you just play wall ball with him, you don't have to worry about that.
I don't know if we've said it. These 2 stages represent greed.
Right, yeah. The last 2 were gluttony. I think Waxel mentioned that. These are also supposed to be the last stages that you play, but it's faster to just go, well, if you're looking, go like this, clockwise. So I play them just here, because that's where they are on the map.
If you visit the towns after stages, the game tells you where to go next, but it's completely
This screen is a nightmare because it snowballs like crazy if you make a mistake. Watch this. Watch these ghosts now. Okay, they actually were behaving all right. If you get hit, like all of the manipulation that I'm doing just goes down the drain.
Snake Part 2.
Yeah.
Snake Part 2.
What's really cool about this game is even though many bosses are repeated, like you'll see the gargoyle again, no fight is really kind of repeated in a way, just because the level design is always so different from one fight to the next. So he couldn't do the strats that he used on the first snake there, and he won't be able to do the strats he used on the first gargoyle when he gets to that mini boss.
Get up. Something we didn't quite mention yet. When you sword plant, you lose your, you stop gaining height on a jump. So sometimes when you're climbing, it's faster to sword plant than to actually wait for gravity to pull you down. 'Cause gravity's slow.
Nobody likes gravity.
Manipulate the gravity.
I can't. I don't know how. All right. Locked.
Oh.
Fortunately, I have a backup strat, but so does he. All right, come up here. Jump over. Nope, not nice. I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know what he's doing right now.
He's fighting back.
Now he's gonna jump up. Okay. Why? Why? Why are you moving forward? I need him to land, but not on me. My gosh. So that's what gargoyles do if you let them move.
Gargoyles are strong.
Yeah. If you know all the glowing red spots in all the other games, yeah, those don't exist on gargoyles.
No.
And their AI is very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very, very smart enemies. I should get that. I should also not try that jump.
That was an MP capsule.
There's a one-up up there that I'm considering. All right, we're gonna try it again.
Mega Man spikes.
That's the problem with that. So we get to play the sage gun.
Who needs one-ups? Just get them all back this way, you know?
That's right.
That's a 2-up right
I
there.
get right, so I get 2 if I do this.
It's more effective. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one in the secret passage in Gratis that I take. There's whatever candle statue thing, and that's a 1-up. And then there's one at the top of that room that you can get.
The game's actually nice about drops. They'll respawn if you die. So
Yeah,
you
you get infinite
constant
lives.
one-ups.
Good. I just wanted to show you what a perfect screen 1 looks like. That's it.
Oh, and you'll see them. They don't come up very often, but the green pickups are points.
Sweet, sweet points.
They're very, very important to pick
Yeah.
up.
Gotta get the points.
All right, let's try this again. I should, to be smart, just like do the safe strat on him now. I don't really know if I want to though.
You have an extra 1-up now.
It's true, I do. I also have too much health for greed. No, I'll cheese him out. I gave it 2 tries. Nice job, Crab.
You just wanted to flex a little.
Don't charge magic. Muscle memory is strong. What's up?
You didn't do
So-
that the first time just because it's slower. You quick cut with the Phoenix.
Yeah.
We
It
talked-
also works.
Even though the magic bomb spell, which he's used on a few mini bosses, is really good, it's not that great on that one just because the way his kind of
One frame
shield and
boss.
whatnot works. However, the reason he wanted to try the Phoenix magic is because each hit with the Phoenix does 6 damage.
Yeah.
That's by far the most damaging ability in the
Yes.
game.
Easy mode, you can one-shot gargoyles.
Oh yeah, easy mode is hilarious. Mini bosses only have 8 health, so Phoenix does 12 damage. It's fun.
Oh, and easy it does 12 damage? That's
well,
nuts.
2 hits.
Oh, 2 hits.
2 hits. Yeah. So the gargoyles just, like, they jump and explode. All right. We're going to get through this. I have too much health, so I'm going to get a bad pattern on greed. Maybe. I don't think so, but that's what the past few days have shown me. Like, every time I get to this boss with really... Oh, yeah, his is based on hatred. See? I knew it. Come here, you. Okay. All right. So we've only got 3 really difficult stages left. And then we're on our way. The next stage used to be the hardest stage because it was just incredibly RNG dependent. And if you got a slightly bad pattern, you'd lose like 9 seconds or die, depending on how risky you were. But I mostly eliminated that. So now the level is really just 2 boss fights, which of course is a gargoyle. And then it's actually Lust. So this pair of levels is weird because Lust is the first boss instead of the second one. I don't know why it's backwards for this, but it is.
The timing for this is really important because there's some crabs coming up that you can try to manipulate to stop patterns.
Even if you break both their arms, they'll still stop to try to attack you.
Yeah,
If I had an arm.
there we go.
The whole key of this room basically is to meet disappearing platform cycles coming up. So he's very carefully calculated out all these moves to make sure he makes that. And he's probably going to get there pretty early.
Yeah, I'll have like 5 seconds to spare.
But that's actually a change from the old strat in which getting there was ridiculously precise.
Yeah.
But this way, I believe, is a bit less precise in terms of getting there on time, but you can die a lot easier getting there, and he made it through successfully.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Nice.
Revenge on the brother.
Revenge. Revenge is sweet. So the good news is I don't have to try and hit them with a double Phoenix for the rest of the run. There's 1 gargoyle left, but I need my MP in that stage. So unless I get an MP drop, which I really hope I don't have to try. It's faster, but I don't want it. All right, this boss is at major pain. Good. Okay,
Oh, so
close.
close.
I'm fine with that, I'm fine. Because she'll die sooner. So you cannot hit her when she's in this form.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
So if you're really good with the timing, you can kill her with that sword plant at the top. It'll hit her twice as she's transforming. And you'll finish her up there and you save, that 1 whole cycle. The danger is if you get hit, weird things happen to you. You start blinking white and you can either not attack, which means you can't dodge anything because all of your invincibility is tied to attacks. Or you just jump around like a fool and you literally have no control over your movements. Like you're just auto-jumping and moving left and right, and she does a ton of damage to you. So it's basically an instant kill if you get hit and you get that status effect. But I didn't, so it was okay.
Success.
Great success. This stage is fantastic. This is probably my favorite level design. We're gonna fight the demon Deception here, and the whole level is designed around deception. It's really cool. There's one room, unfortunately, you're not gonna get to see the gimmick because I get through it too quickly. But the whole room is like pulsating and it starts to rotate, but your controls don't change. So what was up is still up, but it looks like left. So it's pretty cool. This screen infinitely wraps in all directions. And when the timer is around 96, a door will appear, hopefully. And it'll appear in one of 4 locations. This is the one I want. It's not there, so I'm gonna check the second one. It's not there either. It's gonna be in the 4th because it hates me. Yep. There we are. 4th one I can never find. And of course, it's the most rare. Hey, Ghost. So I just kind of fly around and hope I find it. Don't get hit off. All right.
It doesn't change with time, right? Like once it spawns,
No, once it spawns, it's there.
This boss doesn't really care.
He's giving it his best though, down there.
Yeah. Hey, get down.
Kendra said, "Try to kill you." I'm trying to kill you.
He's also like not designed like any other enemy. He's just like this big purple thing with all the detailed monsters.
Yeah, it's a shame, really.
And we had just seen like a different palette of him earlier in the stage as well.
As a normal enemy.
Yeah.
Almost.
Nice.
That's another boss where weird stuff happens if he hits you.
Oh yeah, he does terrible things to you. So he punishes caution, and if you try and play it safe and observe his pattern, he changes his pattern and the room. So if he's off screen for long enough, he teleports you to a new boss chamber that has more spikes. And he keeps doing this until the room is spikes with like a little platforms once in a while. And that's a really bad place to be. So I just charge right at him and finish him.
The other cool thing about him is even if he doesn't mess you up by changing the stage around, he has one attack where if he hits you with it, you swap positions with him. So either way,
Yeah.
you're like if you go in without really knowing what to do, you're going to be confused.
It's a 1-frame swap too. It's not like you know what's happening.
Yeah.
It's like you get hit,
No
oh my god.
transition.
Where
What?
am I?
It's time for lag field.
Yeah, this stage is pretty cool. I like this stage a lot, but it hurts.
This is like the wake-up stage for new players. Like, well, welcome to ActRaiser 2.
Yep. This is one that, again, you can choose from the beginning because 6 stages are available. And there are some people who start with this one and then never play the game again.
It looks so inviting though.
Yeah.
Oh, it
well,
is.
the name like Deathfield.
Yeah, right.
Yes, it is.
The raptor guys do a ton of damage.
A ton. That fire does 8 also.
Better known as Yoshi's.
Nice. Got the right pattern.
Stream isn't lagging too. It's pretty good.
Please don't fall through. Please don't fall through. The collision detection on these things is pretty iffy once in a while. But hey, that was a perfect screen, and that doesn't happen.
Yeah, good stuff.
This stage, I'm not going to even try the fastest strat, because there's a certain enemy that is an instant kill if he hits you with that strat. And I don't want to be instantly killed again.
He's PJ.
I know, I'm so selfish.
I know, these high demands.
What a jerk. Yep, that's the one.
But we're past him.
Hey, hey. Whatever. All right, this last screen is really, really cool. There's like a whole bunch of damage boosts. I actually used the glide magic a few more times. Because the glide magic, it's not really good for damage. It's only good because it refreshes. Uh-oh. Do I even want to? I'm gonna kill myself now. And just save us some time.
Yeah, basically, if you've been watching him when he lands, when he's gliding, typically if you just let the glide finish, then you'll kind of slow down with a wing attack like that. What he's been doing for most of the run, so he has greater control of his character, is either pushing B again while gliding to just kind of cancel out of the glide and land, or land with a dive attack. But it's actually useful here because if you're finishing up just like that, if you're finishing up that landing and you use the glide magic while you're in it, it just does another one of those kind of ending animations, and it just kind of continues the fast speed even though you're in a very tight corridor. Wow. You got-
That's an incredibly hard.
Only 1 or 2 frames to
It's-
release his Phoenix to get the double hit.
Yeah, if you set it up perfectly, the largest window you can have is 3 frames. If you don't, it's sometimes not possible.
That's one thing about hard mode for this game too, is it makes your magic take longer to charge.
Yeah, it's like 207 frames in hard mode and like 140 in normal. So it's a full second longer, which is a pretty significant impact on the boss strategies.
And there's
We're
no clear
seeing something
indicator,
now.
like when you actually have to charge
You
it
can
up.
do it
Right,
before
it's-
the icon at the top of the screen changes to zero.
Yeah. So more about gliding. The reason that the glide magic is also really good there is because the ceiling is really low, so I can't actually start another glide. I can only walk there. So I can slide twice if I refresh it with the magic. Also, if you glide into a wall, it stops it instantly. So I do that in a few places too. It's very useful. Okay.
He just wanted his day in the sun.
Yeah, these boulders are huge jerks.
All right.
Please, please no. Oh my
The
god.
first one was a warning shot.
Knocked you on the health at least.
No, the boulder was being nice. It knocked him into the health.
That's one of 2 damage boosts the entire game I actually used to gain height. You gain like a pixel of height with the damage boost. Shoutouts to Pasky for finding that, and also for making the amazing tasks that unfortunately I had to borrow strats from. Oh, almost. I guess that's a good time to mention invisible platforms. Most of these things that I'm jumping off of don't exist. Underneath almost every platform in the game, there's an invisible platform. And you can't stand on it, but I can make lightning too. That's special. You can't stand on it, but you can jump on it because you can buffer jumps. Means that like if you're free falling or you cancel your jump and you hold B, you'll just jump immediately when you land. So it's really useful for climbing really quickly because you can just like jump instantly off of it.
The hit detection for these falling rocks is awful.
Yeah, I really hope. You know what? I'm just gonna slow play it because this lightning bolt. You can fly like straight to the exit, but I had an accident earlier when I tried that, and I died on the same frame the screen.
He can't hurt you except with his ring.
Yeah. So now that like Wexel said,
I'm out.
PJ instantly took out the rings of fire floating around him, and like Wexel said, after that, no hitbox, no hurt
Yeah.
box, so
Yeah.
he can't touch you
The
until he
sprite, yeah,
does.
Sprite literally cannot hurt you at all.
He's probably the only boss in the game you can beat first try going in.
But again, he punishes caution. So if you don't just like charge straight at him, you're gonna get the hurt. He's interesting. So that was Wrath. He's angry because he doesn't have a hurt box.
It'll make you
He
angry.
gets back at you by making you fight greed again on his same.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. For
They're
that
bros.
fight.
So this, the first screen of this stage is pretty funny because it's really, for the most part, just kind of a flat area with a ton of enemies ready to get you.
There's one platform and I spawn on it.
Yeah, this is the token water level, but all it means is there's a watery background.
Yeah, thankfully there's no water physics in this game.
No power shovel to scoop up the triple.
Nice platform.
Yeah.
This is so dark, by the way, too. All the people, the petrified people.
Mm-hmm.
Tell this is a good thing.
This is a really pretty stage, though. I enjoy this stage. Hey, nice, he didn't die. So this is another stage where I just take a ton of damage, because, like, killing stuff is time-consuming, especially when they're fish. I'm not even going to try and fight them. Just take damage and get through. That's it.
See a fish.
Yeah, bye.
Which team is this?
This pair is Jealousy. Wow, hey. That was unplanned. I need to rewatch this and learn that.
So basically, you wake up this boss from his slumber just to do sword plants in his eyes.
Stab him right in the eye.
He tried, though. I mean, he went for you really fast with his claws.
Hey, stop.
Did anybody tell you that you're kind of a jerk?
Let's try to hit the
Hey,
snooze.
Just try.
I'm a statue. I don't have feelings or emotion. Just a killing machine.
I've encountered some annoying alarm clocks in my day, but none of them have sword planted me in the eye.
Yeah. Yeah, 7 stabs in the eye. It's pretty rough. So these stages are pretty simple.
These are where you're meant to go second, actually, after you
Yeah.
take the first pair of stages. If you go back to town, that's how you have to go to the ocean to the west.
Yeah. And if you listen to them, you should. I think when I first played this game, I thought it was ActRaiser 1 when I bought it. And then I was very disappointed. But I forced myself to play it because I had the game then. I think I beat 4 stages on normal with passwords before I just gave up. Like, 2 of the stages, 2 of the initial 6 that you can start on have gargoyles. So it's like, well, I'm not beating those. And then one of them's death fields. It's like, well, all right.
That's the boss of this level, just kind of scoping you out.
Just kind of, yeah,
I
get a
beat
feel
this
for what's
game
going
for
on.
the first time on normal mode a couple months ago, and that was one of the most satisfying feelings.
It does feel good to beat this game.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
Someday, try hard.
As difficult as this game is, it is incredibly satisfying, and there's a lot of like good design if you can just deal with incredible difficulty.
Yeah, it's mostly fair with the difficulty. The enemies are just placed in the most ingenious positions. It's like, well, I gotta jump over this thing to dodge it. Oh, there's an enemy right there.
It's almost
Whoops.
like Adventure Island-ish.
And you also get the reward of actually getting to fight the final boss if you play on normal or hard mode.
Yeah, what a reward.
A lot of those jumps, by the way, like that jump over those spikes is a lot harder than it seems, especially just starting out, because you really have to walk off the platform for most of those jumps.
Yeah, it's mean. I'm really surprised that that's something that they force you to do.
There's a lot of crazy things this game forces you to do.
Yeah. So you can't kill her here. In fact, you can't kill her ever. You have to attack this flame that's in the center of the statue instead of this head. Head just kind of floats around, looks scary, and hurts you a lot.
I would take that.
All right, here's hoping. Okay, one more.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
So, fun fact, besides dirty swamp water, the heart, the flame thing there is the most damaging thing in the game. Stronger than Satan himself. It does 10 damage, and everything else is 8. So, I don't know why they did that. I'm assuming it was an accident.
Or maybe the game's just like, if you can jump to the flame but not hit it, you deserve to get hit.
Right, yeah. What's up here? Whoops. All right, so we finished 6 of the 7 deadly sins. The only one remaining is pride, and he's down here. He takes the form of this, the Tower of Babel. The humans think that they can become master, so they're building this tower full of robots that they also built, and also full of the most irritating boss that I've ever seen, ever.
Yeah.
You just heard that.
He
probably.
dies when he lets you.
Not talking nice.
Not a minute sooner.
Maybe not a minute sooner. So he has a full screen unblockable time stopper, and it stops you in place for 8 seconds. He takes action every 5 seconds, which means he can chain cast it as long as he wants.
What's your PB for most time stops so far?
My PB is 7 in a row, or 7 in a row, or 8 total for the fight. A 6 plus 2 was my worst fight ever, and a 7 in a row is the worst. So this screen is on a global timer, kind of. There's cars at the top that I gotta get a ride on, and they start moving like now. They're already cooking. Nope.
Oh, HP.
So yeah, I'm like, I could just like go through these enemies and get there a few seconds quicker, but I'm gonna burn a little bit of time and kill some of these enemies in case they get a magic drop. Thankfully that wasn't one. Because I think I already jumped too high and it would have despawned.
If he gets more magic, then that means he has to use double Phoenix strats and the gargoyle.
I don't even do double Phoenix on this. I just do one.
Yeah, there's a gargoyle here along with every other mini boss.
Another fun fact, in the tasks, they hit him with the double phoenix. That, I'm pretty sure, unless he changed it, is actually me doing it in real time, because we could not do it with frame advance. We literally could not. We tried on every single frame from multiple positions and could not get it to hit twice. So I just did it in real time after trying for a very long time, and that's what we use. It's like, it's not at all something you ever want to do in a run. I'm gonna get some health here. So this is the mini boss rush, which is a unique feature. I have to fight all 6 mini bosses right in a row.
You can't cheese them all out with magic like you did the first time.
Only getting hit there once is fine. I'm really glad that happened. So I can damage boost off this guy. Okay. Not that much though. This boss, when he explodes, hurts you. I don't know why. I don't know. Like, that's the only boss that does that. But if you stand too close to him, you take damage. I don't know if I can hit him with this. Yeah. So like you saw when I fought that guy the first time, he's a pain if you don't hit him with magic. So I use one of my magic charges on him, and then I save the other 2 for pride. Because fighting him without magic is something you don't want to do.
Such a cool looking fight.
I like that fight so much. It's so much fun. And then, of course, we got Marshmallow. Marshmallow Ghost.
He gets to try again.
He can throw stuff. There's one. They do 1 damage. Like, I don't even care. 1 damage.
You do 1 damage on hard.
Yeah. Even he only does like 2 or something. Doesn't even matter. And of course, our best friend,
Save the best for last.
the Gargoyle, has 2 spawning animations because he's that intense.
Nice. And now we see.
Now we see. So you can see what attack he uses because it's at the bottom of the wheel. So he didn't start with the time stopper and he didn't use it second, so that's it. That's it.
Can it freeze you after you beat him?
Yeah,
And you just taught man not to better themselves.
right. That's who do you think you are? Creating technology. Statues are the only technology you need. All right, so in true quintet form, we have to do a boss rush. Mini boss rush wasn't enough. So we have to fight the 7 deadly sins all over again, and then Tanzra
With no magic and with 2 lives.
with no magic.
And the best entrance to any of the stages so far.
Yep. We smashed Sky Palace straight into it.
We're gonna crash a temple into this thing.
Here we go.
It's the only way.
Are you sure? There's no statue down there? Smashed.
Wait, this means they keep their own statue on the ship.
Yeah.
True.
So things change up a bit.
Yeah. I'm not happy about this. I'm gonna teach this angel a lesson. Just gonna use the fire and then he gets shot too. So add insult to injury. So they take away your magic for this, which is really, really unfortunate. Because that's how I damage things. Consolation prize is this really terrible sword. It's not a good prize. It does 1 damage, but it's full screen now. So, do I do it? Do I do it? Blackie, help, help,
3,
help.
just do 3. Help.
I'm doing it.
Okay, do it. Do it all.
Almost.
And you can still
No, absolutely not.
Juski.
So this boss, the heart is only vulnerable in this fight when there's no head surrounding that head. Fortunately, if you swat that head away before she spawns any, she never spawns any. So, all right, this strat I call the rocking chair.
I want to like.
Good enough.
Not quite good enough. I got distracted by my controller making noises. This is the worst fight I have ever done in anything, ever.
It's pretty insane.
Not this. This is just a warm up.
This guy's normal, whatever.
But now you guys can fight Greed again on this same field.
And you didn't see it, but you can blow you away.
No, the rock is right there.
I want to get one up.
Yeah, of course. I'm definitely grabbing the life.
They are nice, yeah. They give you a 1-up off to the side, so you can actually beat the game the first time.
Maybe. Okay. Okay, so the dragon spawns.
So the hilarious thing about this guy is, yeah, he spawned in an okay location, but he can fly off the screen and never come back if he see ya.
Good. I was actually banking on him using that, because if he didn't, I would have been dead. So right now I can't hit him. He's above the screen. And he will continue to be above the screen while he uses attacks.
And then it'll just appear at the bottom.
And believe it or not, that was a good fight. Like, the ideal fight kills him in like a few seconds. Everything else takes about 30 seconds longer than that.
Well, surviving that fight is a good fight.
There's a little manipulation.
There's the warp.
Manipulation you can do by where you are on the screen.
So, yep.
He tried. That was
He
close.
tried. He spun too hard. I want to get hit once more. Okay. So I kill myself. I kill myself on him to get a full health refresh. I'll save you, Angel. Oh, my bad.
The shield, it does nothing.
I'll get you next time. All right, so the final boss, they deactivate the HUD, and it might be for attention, but it's really because he has too much health to display.
He has 50 health on hard mode, I think only 20.
Yeah, I think it's 20.
Too much on normal.
Uh-oh. That's the opposite of what I want. So he does 8 damage when he touches me. I only did 1 to him that round.
He's got 50.
You win this round.
I might do 6 damage rounds just to make sure I can finish it. I think I should do that. Oh, hello.
Or you can take an 8.
8 is fine. So that's what, 15 damage?
15.
Really too hard if you just block those shots with your shield and swing the sword. That's really slow.
Yeah, you get like 3 damage a round.
Yeah.
The only way to do more than 1 damage is with the sword fall off.
Once in a while, these things are... Desynced isn't really the right word, I guess, but they'll be at a bad height where you can't really start with a sword plant because they'll hit you. So that was what that was. This is a very long fight. Really. It's going to be very longer if I get hit again. They only do 1. They're okay. They're okay. Should be 2 more rounds, I think.
Oh.
What? What part of that hit me?
It's the end of laser.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. So if you die at any point during that boss rush, back to the beginning.
Yeah.
I disagree very strongly with that hit.
That was the last round.
That was gonna be it.
Yep. Yep.
So I think PJ mentioned before, this is a very difficult
Yeah.
game.
It is a very difficult game.
There was something PJ was doing in that last fight. He was shooting the sword up to kill some of the little spine guys before it really left the devil's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you don't do that playing casually, you can get swarmed by those guys really easily.
This is such an
If you
unfortunate
get to
boss.
this point, you're not casual.
No, there has to be that one guy. Like, you get one game every 6 months. They got this game when they were young. And it's like, you have to beat this now. Go.
Yeah.
Such a good controller. So this amount of health is not enough. So I'm just gonna get the refill. There's a 1-up over there. So
Oh, it's only Tanzer that sends you back to the beginning.
yeah.
Oh, even if you have a spare life, you still go back.
No. It's only if you game over. Yeah.
He suicided to refill his health.
Excuse me.
Why aren't you hitting him?
Because he still had a ring of fire around him. You have to clear the fire.
What
Huh?
happened?
Did you
Huh?
did you get crushed by the top, or?
There wasn't a rock up there. You can't.
Like, what happens if you scroll all the way to the top? You just drop down then?
If you go far enough, you die, but not by jumping. No, like my feet were still there. Wow. This-
ActRaiser 2?
I guess.
That's accurate.
Maybe we should have used the Minotaur.
Keep it in line.
Really, please. Please. I'm not going up there again.
Wrath knows there's like 50,000 people watching. He wants his day in the sun.
It's the only time Wrath ever got to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could, end on that sprite.
People want more Wrath.
We're gonna get more wrath. Oh my god, here it is. The wrath.
Yeah, there are certain positions where you die no matter what.
Yeah, this boss will just kill you sometimes.
Jumping is the most dangerous thing you can do here, because if he uses the wind mid-jump, you're usually unavoidably killed.
Just go.
What?
You could even see the cap on his face.
He's just camera shy. That's really what it comes down to.
That was a good use of skills. Oh my god.
There he is.
It's okay. Just remember that fight next time you say that your game is difficult. Oh, he was dead. There was nothing to swap with. I was wondering why it didn't do anything. I almost don't even want the health refill. I'm just gonna... All right, let's try it again.
Oh, the angel was
I
just
think
still dead.
he can
Yeah.
hit you once while he's
Angels don't come
spawning,
back.
Which is why he needs to back.
Pyros respawn, angels do not.
Yep.
What is he sitting, like with his leg up like that?
He's frozen.
Yeah.
He's frozen in
Like,
like of ice.
with the way his leg is, this looks really awkward.
I don't have the health to do that. Don't let me do that. I didn't even realize what I was doing.
He has been running this game for 4 years.
Now I'm gonna try it on the off sync patterns. I don't understand. I'm not doing this again if I die. Oh wait, no, I have an extra life. Stressful fight.
Too strong.
Didn't even stop him.
Taking lessons from Mr. Donovan.
The Disco Inferno cannot stop the
Yeah.
cancer projectile.
See, I didn't trust jumping because of that thing. The off sync patterns are bad. How much damage do you do? Like 8 so far?
Yes. Are there any ready patterns where you'll do a dive slash?
Sometimes on the second round I can, because there's good audio cues for it. But I don't remember what they are, so I don't. Like, I figured it out at one point, but...
Oh, there he is.
That's it. That's time, right?
That's time.
That's time. What was the final time? Do we have it?
57:15. Yeah. That time's like 10 minutes long.
But yeah,
That's unfortunate.
we had the Stormwork and Death Time things, but besides that, it was a really good run. All the other.
Yeah.
Probably like less than 50 people in the world have ever gotten.
Yeah. On hard mode, the ending is identical except for the very end. The very last pose is slightly different. There's like sunbeams and birds instead of just standing lonely on the hill.
Yeah, you did all that so the grapes could ripen. It's all for crops.
They're good grapes.
World needs
wine.
grapes.
Or wine. We don't have to watch this though if we're ready for the next game.
Ready whenever you are.
Is our runner here?
The next
Sonic
game
R, I
up
think?
should be Sonic R.
We would know if we're here, Somebody's really not proud of it.
Nobody's proud of running Sonic R.
All right. Well, while we're figuring this out, we're going to go to a quick commercial.
Okay.
Stick around, everybody. Lots of cool stuff coming.
Maybe I get to put an A exclamation point.
Yo, Pete, you fight the ActRaiser 1 boss?
I can't. He's monstrous. And I don't know the password. Wait, is that the XXX?
I think it's the XYZ.
Is it?
Do we have the next runner here?
No, I don't want to, because then I'm gonna be forced to try and beat him. And we gotta keep going.
Do we have the next runner?
Such an unfortunate death, man.
That was
Huh?
so close to the end too.
No, that was
Last
the setup
round.
block.
Honestly, beside those two stages, everything went really well.
It was pretty good.
It should be Burton for Sonic R.
When you submit a run of this game, I'm going to play it on hard mode sometime. You're trying to
I don't-
get at me is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you're ever gonna have to worry about that.
You know, I mean,
We have the game right here. We can go play.
So now that the commercial is over, I'm going to catch up on a few donation comments because the commentary was so good. We have Dagish for $50. Dagish here, ActRaiser 2 hype. Glad we get to see the run and cannot wait to have PJ show why it is awesome. I also cannot wait for the real AGDQ. Who needs the Wind Waker when you can have Rad Ray Gun, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and Contraforce? Good luck, PJ, and shout outs to the Fab Four.
Thanks, Doug.
We have Shadow Draft for $50.
Reward for beating that game too, getting
That would be.
Okay, you shouldn't move forward like this, but it works.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is an extremely damaging game. I have 20 health, 10 balls of health, 20 health. That's how I'm going to refer to health. 1 health is 1, or 2 health is 1 full ball. Every single boss does 8 damage to you with everything that they do. So just touching a boss does 8 damage. And the fastest way to damage enemies is a sword plant, like you saw against the plant. If they're on the ground, you want to sword plant them, because it does 2 damage per hit. But you have to be right on top of their sprite to do that. So it's a very dangerous game to attack in. But that's how it works.
May luck be with
May luck be with me. This is
Fish punch not be with you.
this is the hardest stage in the game, which is great because it's right at the beginning. We'll see how this goes. This stage is
It's pretty high on his tally list of number of attempts.
yeah. This has ended 600 attempts. So if you thought that bats in your video game were bad, these bats take 3 hits and fire projectiles.
Don't summon that.
I think I shorted it.
Oh, you're
Oh,
good.
nice.
Success.
That's a 2-frame jump you just did.
Nice, I didn't fall. All right, we're through it. We can breathe. We can breathe. So I'm going to be using a trick on this boss coming up here. Bosses aren't vulnerable until their theme plays, because I mean, who wants to fight without their music playing? But if you attack them while the screen's scrolling, you can damage them. So there's 6 damage, and now I can hit him normally. And I use that on 3 bosses, I think. Both Snakes and Mustache King.
Spoilers.
My health is really, really, really bad, and I probably shouldn't do this. I should probably like kill myself and get a refill. But I'm not.
Manly
gonna.
strats. The one time you see that magic.
A lot of the magic is not very good.
Yeah, I use only 3.
The Balrog plushie was won by Wazzledust. The Cave Story Pearlet and Backdrop were won by Kratob. The Taskbot was won by Hyatha Alexandra. The Banjo poster was won by Ilke. The t-shirt was won by Diane of the Moon. The first character t-shirt was won by Dyade. The Kid Perler was won by Anonymous. And the Tomb Raider figure was won by Soapy Washcloth. So our congratulations to all of them.
There's a password that gives you a possible to get a It's literally impossible to beat the first stage. I completed 1 screen in the entire game. And that's because I can get on that screen in 2 seconds. And there's no problem. Hey, PJ. Is Donkey Kong 64 about? Check. If it's not, we'll whittle that down.
DK64 has not been met.
Yeah.
Do that.
We've got a $50 donation from Spamatica. Thanks for being awesome. Greetings from Sweden. Thank you very much.
Do anything.
Do you need higher audio?
Okay.
You're good on volume?
Yeah.
Do I? No, I'm fine.
You're good on volume?
Yeah. I don't know if I use audio cues. we're gonna find out.
It'll be an adventure.
No, it's fine. It's fine. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So first, I want to thank everybody who donated to get this game added in. Hopefully, I don't disappoint you. If I do, it's too late to take back your donation. So, I'm sorry.
We gotcha.
Also, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Montrunner, who taught me how to play this game like almost 4 years ago, and we've been playing it like and improving the routes consistently for 4 years. But he's a pretty awesome guy.
In spite of that?
Yeah.
I remember what this run looked like 2 years ago. It looks very different now.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of movement options for this game, really. I mean, you can see he's walking here and there, but really the fastest way to travel is by gliding, which he's doing a lot of the time. And really what makes this game so great is you have a lot of attack options as well. So, for example, you've got magic here. That's how he's going to kill the first boss.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff to know in that fight. Basically, there's seven different spells. One of the 2 greatest ones is the magic bomb you just used, which deals 1.5, you can see in the little bubbles there of health at the top. It deals 1.5 bubbles, basically 3 damage, but 1.5 bubbles of health per hit, and it can hit up to 3 times if you position it.
Worse than the final boss, too.
Yeah, the mud is the most damaging thing in the game. It does 16 damage.
Mud don't mess around.
Okay. There's been some changes to the schedule because of the crazy weather that's been happening in the Midwest and a lot of flight delays. So Katamari Damacy is now after Yoshi's Island, and Bioshock Infinite is right before Deus Ex, in case you're wondering. And Castlevania Block is not until Wednesday because both runners can't make it until sometime Tuesday afternoon. And Battletoads and Double Dragon has been cut because we're running a little late on the schedule. So sorry about that, but it's just been crazy weather that we're having. All right, and now for ActRaiser 2.
Okay, so while everybody is getting set up for this next game, I'd like to read through some of our prize winners from the previous couple of blocks. The Scrooge McDuck Perler was won by Hodor Samar Johansson. The Darkwing Duck Perler was won by Ilya Veselov. The Kokoron Repro Kart was won by Carter Brooksby. The Goemon and Ebusimaru Perlers were won by Lucas Vizeri. The Legend of the Mystical Ninja Anime was won by Alex Wall. The Yumi Penguin English Kart was won by Lauremi Peterson. And the Yumi Penguin Perler was won by John Hasselgein. So well done to all of you. We have a few more that have just been drawn here. The UFO Kirby Meta Knight Perlers were won by Freezer.
3 spells out of the 7.
Since we've had such a big change up on the couch, when you get a sec, can we get a roll call, please?
Nice.
Oh, nice. Very wicked.
That's a relief. So if I got hit, I would have died, and then I would have had no magic, and I would have lost like a minute and a half. That's how this game works. If you get hit, you pay the price.
And if you die again,
If I die again, it's game over, and I have to play the whole stage again.
And even if he went in with like best case scenario health, he one-rounded that boss. The boss was just about to stick his head back into his shell, and he would have had to wait for a little bit for it to stick it back out.
Yeah, it would have been another 9 seconds before he's vulnerable again.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very stressful boss.
It's a key 1 cycle.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, roll call. We can start over here.
Omnigamer?
Breakdown.
PJ.
Blecky.
Studio.
Are we doing? How does roll call work? Is it
Just the couch.
just couch? So the plot of this game we didn't really mention, but Tanzra, also known as the Devil, has been resurrected by 7 of his best friends, who are conveniently the 7 deadly sins. So we're going to go through and fix that.
That was Sloth. We just killed as much as
Right. So there's 6 pairs of levels. 6 levels are available at the beginning of the game, and then each time you beat one of those, they unlock another level. Hold on, I'm going to fly right into this eagle real quick. Nice.
Nice. Very
Good
nice.
stuff.
So each pair of levels represents one of the 7 deadly sins. So the first pair was Sloth. Come on, eagle. Come on, eagle.
Eagle.
Attaboy. Come on. Yes, here it is. Oh, perfect. Missed everything. Buckle up.
He's
Right.
been practicing.
This eagle, if you haven't guessed, is a large source of RNG, and you don't want to miss hits on him because, hey, at least he felt bad and he's swooping a whole bunch. Wow. So yeah, you don't want to use